Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Up next in our Sundays with Hitch series is another first cabin thriller directed by Alfred Hitchcock, and typical of Hitchcock films, especially those he made in Hollywood in his first 2 decades working there. He's working with the cream of the crop when it comes to actors in this movie. In this case, we're talking Cary Grant, Eve Marie Saint, James Mason, and Martin Landau. But as with many great films throughout history, our next movie, North by Northwest, is a project that came very close to not happening. In the late 50s, MGM had signed Hitchcock to make a film for the studio, which was to be an adaptation of the adventure story by Hammond Hines called The Wreck of the Mary Dear. But once Hitchcock started working on it with screenwriter Ernest Lehman, they immediately got bogged down, neither of them able to figure out how to adapt that novel by Hines into a screenplay. And the more they tried, the less enthusiastic Hitchcock became. Ernest Lehman's great desire for him was to make, as he put it, the Hitchcock picture to end all Hitchcock pictures, a movie with glamour and wit and scale, and that wasn't The Wreck of the Mary Dear. One idea that did excite Hitchcock, though, was to do a film with a sequence in it in which the hero is running for his life across the faces of Mount Rushmore, and Lincoln's nose, and George Washington's ear, and so on. So without telling MGM the change of plans, Lehman went to work, supervised by Hitchcock, writing what they hoped would be the Hitchcock film to end all Hitchcock films, and one where there was a chase scene across the faces of Mount Rushmore. Well, a year later, North by Northwest began production. Now, the bosses at MGM didn't mind the change in scripts. They had a first-rate Hitchcock movie to crow about, and later made The Wreck of the Mary Dear with Gary Cooper and Charlton Heston, directed by Michael Anderson. But here, now, one of the very best in the Hitchcock catalog, a treat no matter how many times you've seen it. From 1959, North by Northwest.